I just realized I'm a bad son of a bitch. Bad at remembering stuff. Bad at talking about my emotions. Bad at keeping my mouth shut sometimes. Yeah. Well, y'all know how much I like them big black Glocks. I like big black Glocks. That's what I like. This here is a Glock Model 20 Gen 5 MOS. I prefer the large back strap because I have big meaty man hands. And today I'm only going to be firing 15 rounds out of it because after I do this 15 round, just test fire, I'm going to take this plate off and put a holosun 507, the Vulcan edition, on it. And then I'm going to be shooting it with a red dot. Today I am shooting the Seller and Balot 180 grain. You ever notice that bullets kind of shaped like dicks? Makes you wonder why politicians ain't swallowed more of them. Is the cure for political corruption a Glock Model 20? It'd definitely be the cure for pedophilia. Politicians, pedophiles, same shit, right? Alright, we're gonna face fuck some of this steel with some 10mm. This is gonna be the very first round out of this gun. I'm super stoked. I'm going for the large IPSC. It's actually a reduced IPSC on the far right. I'm gonna aim dead center and press off the shot. Let's see how much that steel moved. Ooh, dead center. And it packs a wallop on that goddamn steel, boy! Alright, we're going for the middle steel. Hey-o! Hit that left one. There it is. Yeah, man, this is a comfortable gun. Alright, these two little guys over here, I made sure the camera was on them. Those are, I believe, 8-inch circles. So I'm going to go for the one on the right and then the one on the left. And just so we're clear, I'm only 10 yards away from the targets. Like this is no feat of marksmanship or anything like that. These are not impressive shots by any stretch of the imagination. All right. As most of you know, I am missing some digits on this hand and some mobility. And on this hand, I had carpal tunnel surgery. That's why I've got the scars on it and everything, post-accident. So I do have some issues with my grip as far as firing. So follow-up shots are sometimes more difficult with bigger bore handguns. So let's put 2 on that big feller there. Alright, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Alright, let's go 1, 2, 3, right to left. What do you say? Yeah, nice. Barely nicked that last one, but was going for speed. And I suck. Might be them swirly winds down there, at 10 yards. Alright, let's see. I got about 5 rounds left. I've got 5 targets here. Heck, let's just do a string here. Let's go left to right. And if I have anything left, if the slide's not locked to the rear, I'll just finish up on the big guy. Alright, that's all she wrote. Man, I tell you what, there is something about a large frame Glock that just fucking gets me hard as a fucking rock, boy! Alright folks, so I have the holosun 507 on here now. I let it sit overnight with Loctite on it and everything, so everything would hang on nice and good. Got that goddamn Gorilla Grip thing going on. And right now, I'm going to zero the holosun 507. What I've got going on here is I have a tripod set up in front of my wheelchair that I will rest the handgun off of, and I'll find a fine point of aim on the target, and I will begin my zero process by firing around at the target and then adjusting accordingly. After I get it adjusted, I've only got 10 rounds loaded up in the gun. Shouldn't take me very long to zero it. Currently, I am at 15 yards, and I will fire my first shot, make an adjustment, fire a second shot, make an adjustment potentially, and then I'll back up. I intend on getting a 50-yard zero on this today, and I didn't bring a tripod for my cell phone, so guess you're not going to be here for all of it. I'm just going to talk to you guys. So, I just did a thing that Democrats don't do, which is think about the words that just came out of my mouth. And I realized that I said that I'm not going to record what you guys are here to see, which is kind of dumb. So I went inside and got a flexi arm inflatable tube man thing that my camera can attach to, and I'm going to actually be using it for the first time. I've never used this thing before. It's mounted to my wheelchair currently. I'm gonna angle it. It's like fighting a flimsy snake. Never done that before. Every time I go take a piss. Alright. Yeah, like that and whatnot. Alright, so I'm gonna get this here gun. I'm gonna sit it on my knee. Well, my lap. What I have left of a lap. Alright. Let's fuck this pigeon. Alright, so with this first shot, that I can't see the reticle. Here. I'm aiming for the nut. As you can see, the round impacted a little bit low and to the left of the nut. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a gross adjustment with this adjustment tool here on the Optic. So it needs to come up a little bit, so I'm actually going to raise it up a half rotation. Okay, raised it up a half rotation. And it needs to go to the right about the same amount. So I will move this to the right a half rotation, and we'll see where that puts us. Again, I will be aiming for the nut. And as you can see, I hit the nut that time. Now, that the zero is close enough at this distance, I'm going to back up to 50 yards and see what refinements I need to make on my zero. Alright folks, now I'm back here at 50 yards. I am going to shoot at the same target, the large reduced size IPSC on the far right there, and I'm going to aim at the center of the target. No, I'm not. The human brain appreciates symmetry, and you can generally find the center of a circle, the center of a square, the center of a triangle, stuff like that, because that's how your brain works. I can't see the bottom of the rectangle that is the body of that IPSC. So I'm going to go for the one just to the left of it, because I can see the left, right, top, and bottom of it. All right. We'll do one more. All right. Let's go down there and check out that steel. See how we did. As you can see, those 3 rounds fired from 50 yards are a little bit high of center, not terrible. and I'm gonna make a very slight adjustment on the optic and call it good. Alright guys, so I am sitting at 80 yards right now, 80 yards away from the steel targets. I have the Glock Model 20 MOS Gen 5 with the holosun 507 Vulcan edition, I think is what it's called, or it's the, yeah, ACSS Vulcan edition. And I fired those 3 shots, I think it was 3 shots, a couple of days ago at 50 yards. They impacted a little bit high. I have since spray painted the target, repainted the targets. It's been a few days since then. And I am going to shoot off of the table at 80 yards to see if it is close to zeroed at 80. So, like I said, the steel is 80 yards away, and I have the Glock Model 20 10mm. I'm going to go for that center target on the right set of steel targets. So the same target that I was going for at 50 yards. And that's just because I can actually see the left, right, bottom, and top of the target from where I'm seated right now. Alright, let's shut up and do stuff. Hey-oh! There it is. That is 3 for 3. Those are actually my first 3 shots out of the gun today. Alright, let's go down range and see where those impacted and determine if I need to make a adjustment on the optic. It looks like they might have impacted pretty far to the left on that steel, but I'll bring you guys with me and we'll make that determination together with the power of friendship. So this one time, I had legs. Good times. Well, there she is, folks. 3 rounds at 80 yards off of the table. They are a little bit left. They are trending left. Elevation-wise, I'm not going to change that. I'm going to move it over 1 click to the left, and I'm going to finish off this magazine. Alright, so I moved the reticle to the right 1 click, which might not do anything because I don't know what angular unit of measure it uses. It's probably, every click is probably either a half MOA or a full MOA. If it's a half MOA, I'm not really going to see a difference downrange. However, if it's a full MOA, I should see nearly an inch of movement at 80 yards, a little bit less. Anyway, this is the tool that I used. It's the holosun tool. It's the tool that comes with the holosun to adjust it. Alright, I have my camera on 14.3 times magnification, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot these targets, hopefully, that's the hope, from easy to hard. That means I'll be going from right to left. Alright, first round. Watch me fuck up early. Alright, first round. Let's go for that middle guy again. Oh. Alright. Here's where they separate the men from the boys and the boys from the other boys, and there are girls somewhere. Anyway. Oh, I'm a girl! Alright, I'm gonna aim to the right of that target. I'm gonna hold the elevation the same. There she blows. Okay, so I need to adjust to the right just a smidgy on more. let's call it 2 clicks. And then we'll go for that little guy over there. Hell yeah, brother. That's an 8-inch plate at 80 yards with the Glock Model 20, Gen 5 10mm with the holosun 507. Let's see if I can do that shit again. Goddamn. Sometimes I scare myself with how fucking good I am at stuff. I mean, not walking, obviously, but, you know, other stuff. Can we see where that last one impacted? Looks like it might have been on the right-hand side. Looks like they both were a little bit on the right. So 2 clicks might have been too much. But it's a fucking 8-inch circle at 80 yards. Alright, let's go back through this. Going from back to front, just like I wipe it. Just kidding, right to left. That's how I wipe Alright, went 1 for 1 on those. Let's see if we can keep that bullshit up. Probably not. That was the last round too. Boy! So my benches are back there. And the target is up here. That's the large target. I'll get a size for it here in a minute and I'll just display it on the screen. That circle is a 10-inch circle and those 2 circles are 8-inch circles.